Devil May Cry, first playthrough. Bird's doing it.
Woo! You know what Bird should do after playing a game where he gets really pissed off and it's a platinum game? Play the first fucking game like that ever! Team Devil! This isn't gonna turn out shitty at all! Actually, it might not. Who knows? But it's gonna be fun because I'm playing it in the action game.
Press the run button.
Yes. I think I do have some data on here because I think I remember started. By the way, this is the HD collection version.
Yeah.
So all you
a better HD collection
for
than...
all your PS2 purists, you can suck a dick in hell.
Yep.
Maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
This is kind of a fuck you. You're playing Devil May Cry 1 on a 360.
The only person who cares about that is you.
I know I don't care about it, but it's
really
fucking,
because every time we talk about it, you're making fucking comments about it.
It's fucking weird though. Like it's weird to play a game that wasn't specifically like meant to be on that system. Like you've played games like that before.
Yeah, I guess.
Like playing Bayonetta 2 on Wii U.
Yeah, it was.
That's weird.
Yeah, it was
because I played that on 360. And
well,
I'm
I played Bayonetta 1 on Wii U, and that was weird.
Yeah.
Like
regardless, it just had
don't take you for the ride.
That's sort of say Dino Crisis.
Oh God, I hope so. I just fucking bought that game.
I know you did.
I'm so excited about it.
You should.
Hey, look, it's the name of the game on the store.
You should lower your expectations.
Have you played it before? I fucking love that game. Like unironically.
A friend of mine had it, and we played like a good bit of it. And it was
Look at
like
the spooky devils.
I mean, it's Resident Evil dinosaurs. So what can you really expect?
Can you turn the volume up a little bit?
Yeah, I can.
Whoa, slow down, babe.
Maybe the music was a little loud, so I was.
That was really delayed.
Well, what do we have here? Nature calls. It's in the back.
Oh God.
Yeah, it's really weird.
I also think the lip sync in this is just probably bad.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's where it was like a delay or something.
Yeah, I think like the lip sync in the actual...
censorship!
If you know.
There's hamburgers on her titties. Hamburgers, I don't know.
Burgers? No, it's pizza slices.
And hot dogs.
It's like that bit from Austin Powers where they keep finding hilarious ways to cover his penis.
Yeah.
Or they keep talking about how the rocket looks like a giant Johnson.
Yes.
Eventually, I should hit the jackpot soon.
Oh wow.
In that case.
Ugh, Trish looks bad.
It looks like she smelled a hot fart.
It looks like her nose was just like... It looks like she doesn't have a nose and someone just put a fake nose on her head.
She has like...
That is still one of the coolest things where she just grabs that sword and like throws it into his chest.
No, when he pulls himself off of it, it's better.
Yeah, I mean, that's cool too, but like...
Wait, I forget, does he do the cool guy thing where he just like
are you dead already?
pushes it the whole way through himself?
Pretty much, yeah, kinda.
Oh, and this...
Time to go to work, guys.
Oh, that's the Beautiful Joe line. He stole that from Beautiful Joe.
You know what I just realized?
He stole that from
We played a fuck ton of games made by the same goddamn guys.
Yeah.
You know why? Because every game that's not a survival horror game that's good is made by a team that either is or used to be platinum.
Yeah. Okay. You're right.
Oh no, I'm thinking of the other time. I think it's in 4. Is that where he's like pierced on the statue in 4 and he like pulls himself off?
Yeah.
Or is that later in this?
No, that's in 4.
Okay.
Because I just played through 4.
Yeah, because don't you have to mash it?
No, it's just a scene because you're playing as the other kid, watching it happen.
Yeah. By the way, full disclosure, this and 4 are the only 2 that I've ever beaten.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Because 3 is super hard and 2 is dog shit garbage town that I've barely played. I played it for like 5 minutes on this and I was like...
I don't think Devil May Cry 2 is as bad as everyone says it is.
Have you played it?
Yes, I have.
It's not great.
I mean, it's not the worst thing ever.
It's still the black sheep of the series.
I would still play Devil May Cry 2 over DMC.
I would play Devil May Cry 2 probably over, and this is saying something because I've never played the game, Resident Evil 6.
Yeah. Yep, you're right.
Oh, black sheep of the family. There's one of you in every series. So Devil May Cry 2 is like the black sheep of this series. 6 is the black sheep of Resident Evil.
For sure.
Mega Man 6 is a black sheep of the Mega Man X, or Mega Man X6.
Yeah.
Then Mega Man 8. What else do we have?
Wait, Mega Man 8? is of the Mega Man series.
Oh,
Okay. No, I don't think 8 is the worst Mega Man. I think 6 is the worst Mega Man.
I would agree with that. I've played 6 on an emulator because I don't want to spend the amount of money that it costs to get 6 to play 6.
Okay. Speaking of that,
Go ahead.
there's this person I follow on Instagram.
Also, by the way, now I don't mean to interrupt, but now that we're doing this in 16:9 without it being in letterbox, this looks much better.
Oh, it looks better now.
Yeah.
But that opening
but like
cutscene
this
was terrible.
right here, this looks weird.
Yeah, that opening cutscene was bad.
Mission start.
But
Sorry.
there's a guy that I follow. There's a guy I follow on Instagram, and I think I even tagged Bird in one of the. I like commented on it and tagged Bird on one of them because he posts like all these old video games that he has for sale and crap like that.
Right.
Or like people that are like willing to trade game for game or whatever.
Right.
Just random, just BS like that. And I think I tagged Bird. There was like a Shining Force. Like he had like something. It was like something along the lines of like Shining Force. I'm like, oh, Bird might like this. Whatever. Tag him.
Right.
I don't remember if you did or not. So.
It was like months ago.
Oh, okay.
So that's you probably. It was so long ago. But like he posted a thing yesterday or the day before. I wanted to goddamn throw up. He was talking about how he spent $450 on a Nintendo game, and I'm like,
What the fuck is
it's
it?
going a little too far. It's one of the more like super rare games to find for Nintendo. Panic Restaurant.
Okay.
All right.
I played it like once. I rented it from like Video Spotlight when I was like probably 5 or however the hell old I was when it came out or whatever. But it's a platformer where you're a chef. It's like if Burger Time was a platformer.
Oh.
Okay.
I think
That's what it is.
I know we've talked about this a little bit. I love collecting video games.
Yeah.
I love my 64 collection and I love my NES collection.
Right.
But I'm not going to buy a game that I don't want to play, especially if it's a game that costs that much money.
And he only bought the cart. Spent $450 on the cart.
Jesus.
If I'm gonna spend that much on a game, granted I would never do that.
No.
But if I had the money to just fucking burn,
Yeah.
I would want it complete,
Right.
not just the fucking cart.
Right.
Like I've said this before, like when we go to like places like the Exchange or wherever the hell, and they're selling like Mega Man 1 for $40, and it's just the cart. I'm like, no,
Yeah.
I would rather buy this for the
I don't remember where I'm supposed to be going.
Off to a roaring start.
You guys were just bullshitting, so I figured, fuck it.
Yeah.
So now we're just gonna stop talking.
Inexplicably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
We're
job.
just gonna wait. We're
Good
just gonna
job.
wait.
Wait.
You
wait,
said you were like, "Oh, you guys just bullshitting," so I was just doing whatever. So now we're not going to talk. So let's see where this gets you.
I literally almost paused the game and turned this off. I was seconds away from doing it. I almost just ended this playthrough seconds ago.
But
You're
you
a
knew.
fucking shithead.
You knew that that's exactly why he said it.
Oh, I know. I know that's why I said it.
Oh, shit.
I just.
So this is Devil May Cry, which is, by the way, very terrible because it's not true to the book.
What?
Dante's Inferno, right? I mean,
Oh,
am
God.
I right, guys? His name's Dante.
Dante.
It should be based. I mean, this is
That
this
is why.
literally-
That is why his brother's name is Virgil, but that's not the point.
failed again.
Start again.
Did you ever play Dante's Inferno?
Yes.
No, I watched Bellajack play most of it.
Yeah.
It seemed interesting.
It's
Like, I
not a
would play
bad
it.
game. I don't. I mean, for basically a God of War clone.
Don't you have to look at that thing, or did you do that already?
I did that already, and it's just like nothing happens here.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna go. Okay.
That's.
That's what it is. Okay, I gotta find all the red orbs. All right.
Hey, look.
Remembering things.
There you go.
Can you get through that door?
Well, you just
No.
found the right amount of orbs, so just go to the door.
Are you sure I found the right amount of
It
orbs?
said 45, didn't it?
Oh, I don't remember.
I don't know.
It just said I need more red orbs.
You used 45 red
Yay!
orbs.
For
There you
no
go.
reason. There's
That's
never
the only
doors like
time-
that ever again.
Yeah, there's like in the entire series. Never.
like that
again.
makes no sense.
No, it doesn't.
That's more like you should probably have just used a key for this door.
Yeah.
Or just open.
But then we had to introduce keys, and why would we?
Oh,
do
slash
that?
these guys.
Slash them up.
Oh, I got a fragment. Now, if I get 4 more of those, I'll get a tiny bit more health. That'll maybe help me on one boss fight.
So we've already started the discussion, but let's top it off with obviously none of us really particularly care for 2 or 3 all that much.
3's good. I like 3.
3's good. It's just hard.
Right.
It's just I can't get. I get to that section where that giant demon will eat you, and I can't I get to a certain point in that level and I can't beat it. I literally.
Is it that weird
Oh, that puppet's gonna come to life.
Is it that weird floating that thing that flies through the air like a weird snake?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
It's like a whale. I don't.
Yeah, that boss isn't great.
I watched a buddy of mine from high school play that at we were sitting.
I caught that.
We were sitting around and he was just he's like, oh, I'm gonna play Devil May Cry 3, and I'm like, sure. And he was we literally watched him play that part for I don't know 2 hours and couldn't beat it.
Yeah. I'm sure Becky doesn't remember this, but back whenever they put out you remember whenever they put out those collections where it's how I bought the Mortal Kombat anthology and it was Shaolin Monks, whatever.
A weird collection of games to put out. Yeah, because it wasn't. It was what. Deception, Armageddon, and
Shaolin Monks.
Not Deadly Alliance, Deception, and Armageddon. The ones you would think they would put together.
You would think. But they had a Devil May Cry version of that. And I remember playing it over Becky's apartment whenever, and I had a hard fucking time fighting that whale boss too.
Yeah.
Because I was playing it over her house one time, and I'm like, I can't fucking do this anymore. But I ended up beating the whole game and 3 is good. But I think 4 is still my favorite out of the ones I've played.
I agree. I really love this game, but I think out of all of them, 4 is the best.
Yeah. Even though it's the game's really just half done.
Yeah.
You do it all over again midway through.
You just play the game forwards and then play it backwards and it's over.
I mean, and I don't normally like that kind of thing. I don't like backtracking, like that when it seems like they're just reusing areas over and over again. But that one's not terrible.
It's fun. I played it recent. Like I said, I played the. I forgot about these fucking cameras that change on you all the time.
That's because this used to be Resident Evil 4.
I know.
Yeah. Isn't that weird that this game turned into?
Yeah, it's super weird. And Haunting Ground used to be a Silent Hill / Was it almost a Resident Evil game too? No, it was just a Silent Hill game. I don't remember. It's hard to remember.
I think it was just Silent Hill.
That's another one that's super expensive. But
for no reason.
For no fucking reason. I want to own it. I want Haunting Ground because I want to play it.
I want Roll of Rose.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's another one.
I always wanted to play that.
Yeah.
I had to resort to watching a playthrough of it online to actually experience it, even though I can't. Yeah. I don't want to shell out $100 for a game.
You guys don't have Gothic Martian whatever the fuck that game is called. I don't even remember what the fuck that game is called.
Dead Space Point and Click for the PS1.
PS1 Point and Click Dead Space.
Yeah.
Dead Space. We stole everything from this game that no one remembers ever.
Okay. Can I just say this for if anyone's going to be watching this and will remember this in the future? So for my Dead Space anthology playthroughs, I played Dead Space 1.
Right.
Okay, we already got that covered.
Right.
I played Dead Space 2, got that covered. I play Martian Gothic, and we just label it as Dead Space 3. Can I do that? Can we do that? Can we make that a thing?
We can do that.
Okay.
All right.
Look for that playthrough in 2019.
Ah, shit. But yeah, I would have to agree that 4 is probably my favorite. I mean, it's pretty tight between that and this, but I like them just as much as the other. But I think 4 edges it out because Nero has some cool shit going on.
Yeah.
I mean, also, you basically have Yamato possess you, and that's your fucking devil trigger. That's fucking awesome as shit. I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah.
Your fucking devil trigger being Yamato is fucking great.
Yeah.
Does anyone else find...
Also, this, I just, playing this, him walking around just, feels slower than...
Yeah.
Than
Devil
4?
May Cry 4. Yeah, it just feels slow.
Okay, I don't know if it was like around that time where apparently everyone had the need to do this, but like, what was up with like trilogies back in the day where the third one was a prequel?
I don't know. And you know what? I was thinking about that. Because this did it.
Metal Gear Solid did it.
Metal Gear Solid did it.
Diddy did it.
What?
Nothing.
I hate you.
There's more that I can't think of at the moment, but I know that was like a running
Yeah,
thing.
there's a couple of
like
them.
movies did it too.
But the best trilogies of movies that did that with that made the prequel was Final Destination 5. Spoiler alert. Why are you even surprised? Don't even give me that fucking look.
I just wanted to see how long not talking would affect you
I know.
after such a reference.
Final Destination 5 was a prequel. But you want to talk about...
I talk about that literally so you can make that face
I know.
so I can yell at you.
Yeah,
So.
it's fine.
Also fucking convoluted timelines with movies. Fast and the Furious.
Yeah, what?
Fast and the Furious timeline's all over the place.
I've only ever watched the first one.
I get a B for butts.
It's like the first one and then the second one.
Uh-huh.
They're like right after each other.
Uh-huh.
And then there's the third one, which is in Tokyo.
Right.
And then, but that takes place before one.
Okay.
No, it doesn't. No, it takes place, whatever. But like they're out of order.
Right.
But there's characters that are introduced in 3,
Uh-huh.
come back in another later movie.
Uh-huh.
But the movie that they come back in takes place before Tokyo Drift. And it doesn't make sense that they know him. Like, it's like the main character, I think, in Tokyo Drift. They talk about him, they bring him in a later movie, yet it doesn't make sense because he didn't exist yet because, okay, let's say this is in movie 5. I know, this is...
Don't you dare. I'm looking at your face right now. You don't get to say anything ever again about anybody's convoluted bullshit after I was subjected to fucking Persona 4 dancing lore for like 25 minutes.
Okay, I'm not...
You say nothing.
I'm not defending Fast and the Furious. I'm just saying that right now. I'm just saying about how much bullshit of storyline
absolutely.
it is.
I wasn't going to talk about convoluted storylines being bullshit. I was going to talk about how you guys make fun of me for talking about franchises like the fucking Faculty and goddamn...
The Faculty isn't a franchise. It was one movie. That was loosely based off of Obscure, which may or may not be a real inspired by video game by the franchise. The Faculty.
The team that created Obscure has said it's the first game is directly inspired off of that.
Well, it's very obvious.
God.
No, but you make fun of me for loving movies like that, and you're sitting here talking about the fucking goddamn timeline of fucking Fast and the goddamn Furious,
Which I didn't even see all of them. I've only seen one.
Like it's fucking sci-fi movie. I could see if you were talking about goddamn like fucking like Chronicles of Riddick, where he like maybe he comes back to life, or his eyes like turn into dicks, or I don't know about that fucking series either.
Bring that up.
But like at least that would be like a fucking thing that you could like oh, this is a sci-fi series, like that would make sense. But no, you're talking about fucking Fast and the Furious, like having an awkward timeline. Like I don't get it. I don't understand.
People fucking love that movie. It makes no goddamn sense because it's goddamn all over the place.
Listen,
Oh, shit.
those movies are made for guys that like cars and explosions.
Well, you're not.
They
wrong.
don't really care about a timeline. Chris Ludacris Bridges is in that movie. I don't think they care about timelines.
Okay,
you know what they care about? Is shaking your moneymaker like somebody about to pay you.
Okay, I lie. I take it back. I've actually seen more than one Fast and Furious. I've seen the first 2.
Okay.
I've only ever seen the first one.
All I know is that The Rock is inexplicably in it for some reason.
They bring him in. Yeah, it was like the last 2 or 3 movies they bring him in for some reason.
And then Paul
It turns
Walker turned into a burnt match.
like they turn it into like the Expendables with like,
Yeah.
how many action stars can we get in these movies?
Yeah. How many mid-level action stars can we put in this movie?
Yeah. Okay, and this is another thing that like it's not like a timeline with things, but like this bothers me. Whenever it's not like the third something ends up becoming like a trilogy or whatever. Like the third trilogy. Yeah, that makes sense.
I wasn't gonna say anything.
Well, yeah, I caught it. I'm dumb. But when they make the third movie like a prequel, or like when they make like a trilogy and then they just take out the main actor and replace him with something else.
Oh yeah, I don't get that.
By the way, awesome cutscene.
I've only seen the first.
I like that when the sword.
Oh, this
comes
is when
out,
he gets up.
This is the thing you're talking about.
Yeah.
I like
This is the thing where you're like, holy shit, this game is amazing.
when the sword comes out.
Look at his hand. His arm's not attached.
Oh my god, you're right.
It was just an arm just sitting there.
You want to know why? Because this was supposed to be in 4:3.
Yeah.
And they fucking brought it out to 16:9, so
You could tell.
the fucking letterbox was supposed to cut it
Get
off.
ready to see all those
Oh
flaws.
god.
Oh.
But yeah, when the sword comes out, he looks like the dude from Ghost.
Yeah.
Which is a band that I don't care for.
But I was gonna say this about like movie trilogies or whatever. When they replace the main actor with someone else,
Yeah.
and I really liked the Transporter movie. I never seen the other ones. I don't know why I never bothered to see the other ones because I really
There's
like.
how
the
many
first
of
one.
those? 3?
I think there's like 3, but it's either the third one or the most recent one. If it's the fourth one, I don't know. They replaced Jason Statham.
Yeah, with like a random guy.
And I don't understand why. Like,
It's that British guy that was in.
Unless he didn't
It's
care
not the
about
guy
it
who plays
anymore.
Beast but it's some guy that looks like him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
remember
know.
his fucking name. Yeah, because but that's technically a reboot to the franchise.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
because it's called like Transporter.
Alistair.
The
The sword's called Alistair. Is that some sort of reference?
Why are they referencing Beautiful Joe, a game that
I
hasn't
don't know.
that hasn't come out yet,
I don't know why they're doing that.
according to this? No.
The thing that
Yeah, fucking do it.
Gun
You're becoming Devil May Cry.
Sorry, I just wanted to fuck around for a minute.
That's fine.
one of the things that really annoys
There's a
me.
lot of screaming in this
Yeah.
playthrough so
That's
far.
I mean, it's Devil May Cry. You gotta get a little hype,
and it's us.
even if it is
So,
even if it is fake hype. I mean, you gotta do something here.
I think one of the things that annoys me, like especially like with the Aliens.
That's some
franchise-
Castlevania artwork right
Yeah, it
there.
is.
Yeah, it totally is.
Lady boys. What pisses me off about like the Aliens franchise is like the first 2 are good. Alien and Aliens are good. Alien 3, Alien Resurrection is I know we've talked about this several times, making fun of Joss Whedon and how terrible Alien Resurrection is.
Yeah.
With the man lady alien person.
Yeah.
Have you've seen that movie, right?
Yeah, I have. I'm just like
Because the
thinking about
alien
it,
has like a skull, like a person's skull, and you're like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
This doesn't make any sense. Ripley was literally burned to nothingness in the third one, and somehow they're like, oh, we found some.
Is that the Jocelyn, Jason?
Jason!
Is that the one where they just like crashed a giant spaceship into Earth
Yes.
and they're just like, whoop?
And if you look at the
Whoops.
explosion, it's as big as Africa. So like that explosion destroys Earth.
Yep. Whoops.
Looks like I just picked a bunch of oopsie daisies.
Ah, shit.
And by the way, Joss Whedon does not defend that movie.
He doesn't?
No.
It's fucking terrible.
I think he doesn't defend it because I think part of the problem with Alien Resurrection was also part of the problem with Alien 3 is that the fucking studios just had their hands in it too much because they were trying to do something very specific with it. So that someone made a script and it was like halfway decent, and then they're just like fucking around with it, and it just turned into this giant like overproduced piece of shit that like no one knew what the fuck was going on.
Yeah.
Woo! Thunderstruck.
To quote BoJack Horseman, we're not making Casablanca.
Yeah, seriously.
But like the problem is that like I believe it's Fox that has the rights to that.
Yeah, it is.
I think Fox was just like okay, well we want to do this, and then it's gonna have more action, and then it's gonna do this, and it was just like everything went wrong with that fucking production for 3.
Well, here's the thing. If you think about it, like, you know, if a studio has their hands in a project like that, it's got to be for a specific reason. Whether it's a high profile, whether it's a high profile series or shit like that,
it's because of okay, so Alien was clearly a lower budget movie, and it turned into this giant you know, it was this sci-fi horror thing and it turned into this real big thing. So then Aliens did really well because it was basically Alien, but with more people, more aliens, and more action.
Yeah.
So of course people fucking loved it because
Right.
you take a franchise like that and you make it more action oriented. And as cool as as cool as that property was, and as cool as the horror aspect of it, like you can still make that work with more action and still the same amount of body horror, basically whatever you're doing with that franchise. But like, so I'm sure they had a lot of money invested in that franchise, so I'm
Right.
sure that's why a lot of that shit was the way.
Oh,
No, fuck, I forgot they do that weird fucking.
I will tell you this much, that I'm sure it had a lot to do with focus groups. Or not focus group, like focus testing, where they're like, oh, what would you like to see in an Alien movie? And like somebody's mom shows up and they're like, I'd like to see Sigourney Weaver make a cake.
I want her as a strong, independent woman that don't need no man.
But like I can only imagine, and I can't say that for sure because I don't know the answer. But like my guess is that a lot of the issues is like they went to they did the whatever the market tests or whatever, and they're like, well, what does this demographic think of this certain thing? And like, what does this demographic think? And so they're trying to like make sure that stuff happens.
Yeah. Don't you have to go up to the? Okay, never mind.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think you have to kill everybody.
I was like, there seems to be a lot more than you would think.
There's an immense power, Bird.
Oh, the power!
But yeah, Aliens 3 is okay, I guess. Like, it's not bad.
No.
I mean, it's not the worst thing
It's
ever.
not Prometheus.
I still have yet to see that movie. Because everybody has told me not to watch it.
Watch it.
It's fine.
Watch it. It's not.
fine. There's nothing that bad with it.
Yeah, it's not
The problem
super
is
terrible.
Is that they made it out like, okay, so clearly it's still in the same universe as the Alien universe.
Yeah.
So, but because it's in that same universe, and because it's supposed to be like whatever, like 100 years or like 1,000,
Right.
however long before the whole fucking series starts, then the only way that they can get people hyped up for that fucking movie is to say that it's part of Aliens.
Right.
So that, I mean, and when it's not, it doesn't have a bunch of the fucking aliens that you remember from the series, then no one gives a shit.
Yeah,
and that's
isn't
what
it-
happens.
Isn't it about, like, the big guy that's sitting in, like, the giant
Yeah, whatever they
telescopy
call
thing?
them, I can't remember.
Yeah.
What
The engineers.
The engineers, yes, they call them the engineers, yes.
By the way, the only reason I remember that is because we used to play the Alien versus Predator 2 game.
Yeah, and you can
online.
go there and
that's like
that
one of
big
the maps
chamber.
that you can play.
Yeah.
And you can like climb up all over it if you're an alien. It's the only reason why I remember it. Oh yeah.
Oh, god damn it, these assholes.
I like his.
Oh,
Ooh,
that popped in a little weird.
this one's gonna pop in weird too.
Yeah.
Oh no, that one was fine.
Yeah. Yeah, that first guy that was a little off.
You know what?
And that's what sucks about these kind of games when they like redo them in HD. It's like you're gonna have issues.
And unfortunately, that's the thing. Is it's a PS2 game.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you're taking... And I know, one of the things that I know specifically happened with, like, the Silent Hill HD collection is, like, what I know about HD conversions and, like, HD remixes or whatever you want to call them, 99% of the time, it's just, like, they take a completed version of the game and then they rip that onto a computer and then they go from there.
Yeah.
But what happened with the HD collection for Silent Hill is that they took like the dev discs that weren't like finished copies of the game, and that's why there's so many fucking problems with it. But like as you saw before when we were looking at that cutscene, and like it just looked like Dante's arm was just floating there.
Yeah.
Because it's supposed to be in 4:3 and not 16:9.
Yeah.
So you're not supposed to see the rest of it. Like it's just they're supposed to be an arm and that's it. So they didn't have to use that much memory on the disc.
Yeah.
So-
I want to say like the Ratchet and Clank HD collection has problems like that too.
Really?
They're not like super noticeable, but whenever they have a cutscene like that, like
Right.
how you saw there's cutscenes like that in the games that you can kind of point out things.